Microsoft is bragging that they pay white workers less than people of color. And if you're white and male, you get paid even more less than the other workers. Wait till you hear why they're doing this. I can't believe when I read it, and I checked 3 sources, and it is true. Microsoft, the largest software purveyor in the world by far, made Bill Gates the richest man in the world at one time, is bragging publicly. This is not a joke. This is not Babylon Bee. This is Microsoft. When I say Microsoft, I mean this Microsoft is bragging that it pays white employees less than non-white employees, even though they may have the exact same job and work next to each other as engineers. This bragging or admission or whatever you want to call it came in their diversity report, which hones in on their pay equity initiative, meaning they're bragging that white employees should make less than non-white employees who have the same jobs because the diversity report says the company's pay equity agenda needs to be fulfilled. So their 2023 end of year report outlines their loyalty to diversity, equity, inclusion. And I know when Will Johnson hears DEI, you're like, oh yeah, that's my stuff, right? Even though.
Only if you say so. I won't say it, but I'll let you say it.
I get it. So this DEI, which is your favorite program in the world, which pays people based on color or their national origin or their religion, not on competency, which is what you might want if you're hiring engineers. They're bragging how the pay scale is higher for non-whites in the same job. And they say that our total base pay includes annual bonuses and stock awards. And when we add it all up as a cornerstone of our growth mindset approach to DEI, we have an understanding how to effectively make allies out of the culture of inclusion. I don't know what that means, except that if you and I go in together, you're darker than me, you make more money than me. It doesn't matter if you're any good. It doesn't matter if I'm great or you suck and I'm great or vice versa, but it's color of your skin. However, you're going to love this part. They specifically exclude whites and Asians by name from the equality of pay under their DEI program. They have too many whites there and too many Asians, so they should be paid less.
So what you're saying is I need to apply for a job at Microsoft.
You'll make more than the person sitting next to you.
And I don't even need to know anything.
No. Under
I don't need to know anything.
The blacker you are, the more you're going to make. and you know what?
So if someone that's actually darker than me will make more money than me.
I don't know. But if you would come in under black, transsexual, furry, right? Maybe gay on top of that. And let's say a Native American or a Pakistani, you're top of the food chain at Microsoft. Is that crazy? Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I left out one category that gets paid less. Male employees.
So white male employees.
It said whites, Asians, and male applicants get paid less.
So what if they find out that I voted for President Trump?
Oh, you'll be at $1.90 an hour if you got the job.
If that, because according to Joe Biden, I'm not black.
Well, we know that, unless you go to Microsoft and
yes.
Well, I don't know. You'd have to just prove your blackness. Unbelievable. When I read this, and then they quote the law. The law prohibits discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin as a motivating factor for hiring, training, promotions, or pay. They're ignoring all of that law. I mean, those laws were passed to make the playing field even and to be colorblind, race blind, religion blind, sex blind, and so on. Now it's been flip-flopped. This is racism.
Yes, it
I mean,
is.
they're bragging it's racism, but it's okay because it's DEI. That makes racism okay.
It's reverse racism.
Now, do you understand?
100%. This is Barry on the application, and I was thinking about this because I saw another case where they were talking about this, something similar to this. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was thinking to myself, when you go and fill out an application, they should remove what, if you're black, Hispanic, white, whatever, they should remove that category from the application and only put on the applications your qualification. And if you're not qualified, you don't get the job. That's at least you and I've had this discussion before. Same thing with airplane pilots. I don't want an airplane pilot based on DEI. I want an airplane pilot based on their qualifications. How many hours have they been flying? If they're a fighter jet pilot, even better because they're quick on thinking on their wings. I was gonna say on their feet, but they're quick thinking on their wings, right?
Right.
I don't want someone just because of DEI. And it goes the same thing. They're actually putting people over programs. What was the guy's name that was going around stealing the luggage? Because that's DEI as well.
The guy in the dress and the pearls and the high heels in the Department of Energy,
yes,
nuclear waste disposal.
Exactly. They're putting people in these positions that should never be there, not because of the qualifications, because of DEI, because they fit a certain narrative. This is really disturbing, Barry. I mean, that's kind of the reason why I think Joe Biden is there, too, because he just fits their narrative. He's not qualified.
But he's white.
Can I say that? Oh,
and he's male.
Yeah. So there should be disqualification right there right. So what happened?
Well, there's another report out now on Disney, and Disney now has a white power privilege wheel poster that they put out, and it says that, this is not a joke, white people, especially white men, and Asian people have too many jobs at Disney. And so they are bragging about how they're trying to hire other people with different ethnicities. They say there's too many whites, too many Asians, too many males, too many English speakers. Oh my God. And they're bragging about this? Wow. That's crazy. Wow. I'm speechless.
Barry, I'm going to bring it up. Martin Luther King, he was one of the greatest civil rights movement leaders in American history. Yeah, it's not the greatest. Yeah, right. The greatest. And these people they try to use him as a champion for their agenda. And this is what it was completely the opposite of what he was about. There should be lawsuits flying all over the place. If this was the other way around, Barry, the NAACP, the ACLU, MoveOn.org, Indivisible, the Democrat Party, every leftist organization, CNN, MSDNC, ABC, CBS, every last one of them would make this the top story. But because of DEI, like you've explained, they looked the other way and said, this is what we want to do. And a great deal of them, Barry, are white themselves. So all of these white people in these organizations, they need to be fired or quit.